Hey guys, I wanted to do a channel update to give you some, I think, valuable information about my channel. Things that help you, help me, help you, that type of thing. So, first of all, travel. I get a lot of messages. Hey Robert, when are you coming to Washington State? Hey Robert, when you coming to Florida? Hey Robert, when you coming to Alabama? Man, I don't know if you've done much travel, but anybody that has can tell you travel costs money. On average, it costs me $150 a day to travel, and sometimes that doesn't even cover all the gas. Example, if I travel from here to Little Rock, Arkansas, that's almost 1,000 miles, 900 miles. I'll go through 3.5 tanks of gas. Man, that's $150, and I hadn't even checked into the hotel yet. So then I get a room. If I got family or a great friend there, a place that Diane feels comfortable and secure at staying in, we can stay there, save money. However, if I got to get a hotel room because I don't have any other options that are comfortable for my wife, it's going to cost another $100. So one day could cost $250. On average, it's about $150. Stay in a hotel, eat meals, stuff like that. So I love travel. I don't mind going anywhere in the country. Matter of fact, anywhere in the world. We got our passports. We can travel anywhere. I do not travel without my wife. I just don't. So if you want me to come to your area, take in consideration that I have travel expenses, living expenses. And while I'm traveling, a buddy yesterday told me, man, while you're gallivanting around the country, none of your expenses at home stop. That is correct. Now, YouTube does compensate me a little bit for the videos I have up there. They do not cover enough for travel, stuff like that. I wish it did. There are some YouTube guys that's got 1 million, 2 million viewers. They post videos. They make enough money to travel around the country, buy new cars and stuff like that. I'm kind of a specialty guy. I have a mere 120,000 subscribers. I am not pulling in the bank from YouTube to gallivant around the country and buy new cars and stuff like that. I hope it gets to be that way one day. I can help more people. However, right now, I'm on a budget. I promise you. I don't even have cable at home. I got internet at home, but no cable. So, if you want me to come by, visit you, I'll be glad to do so. It'll be easier for me and you financially if I do that in conjunction with a travel close by. For instance, I go visit my daughter all the time, Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you are in the path of my travels to Cincinnati, it's a lot cheaper for me to swing by and help you while I'm doing that than it is to just jump in my car and come out to see you, go in another direction, something like that. So understand that if I can't get there to you, it's probably a financial situation. Now, a few people really benefit from my travels. Example, there was a lady in Louisville, Kentucky that I visited a couple times my last travel. Louisville is not far from Cincinnati. Went right by there on my way to Cincinnati. So, a situation like that, somebody can get help that they need relatively easy. Now, on another hand, on my last trip, there was a guy in Chicago that wanted me to come help him do some things. So, I left Cincinnati. I went to Chicago. From Cincinnati to Albuquerque, where I live, from Chicago to Albuquerque, where I live, is basically the same distance. Probably a gallon of gas difference, $3, $4. Not going to make a difference. So, this gentleman paid for my gas from Cincinnati, Ohio, to the Chicago area. Then he covered the expense of my hotel room. And then he covered the expense of our meals while there. And then he paid me $50 an hour to do several things on his car. I was able to do several jobs on his car in 4 hours. The whole trip cost him a few $100. I even took him parts and stuff. He still saved money on getting those things done. Because of the quickness that I'm able to do some things versus people that may never done it before. I can do something in maybe 2 hours that it would take somebody else 3 or 4 hours, even some shops, because they don't do it that often. In that case, at the end of the day, counting all the things that he had done, he probably still got those things done for 50 cents on the dollar. Save money, he's happy, I'm thrilled I got to help him, got to go to the Chicago area, all's fine and well. So it's kind of how that works. If I'm going to another area, like there was a guy in Wisconsin past Chicago, the guy in Wisconsin only had to pay gas from Chicago to Wisconsin, which wasn't bad. Covered the hotel, covered the labor. He may not have saved as much as the other guy, 50 cents on the dollar, because he only had really one job to have done. But hey, he still saved money. Well, I took him apart too. That might have saved him a few $100 there. So anyway, if you want me to visit your area, it's best to catch me when I'm not far from the area. I may even go to New York City next month. So there's people out there up and down that area. May be a good time to, if you can, have a few bucks. If you're in the area, you can swing by maybe a location I'm at, have me check something, fix something for you in a couple hours. I do have people do that as well. They'll find out I'm somewhere in Virginia. They'll bring their vehicle to me. I'll check something out for them, maybe fix something in an hour or two, cost them 30, 40 bucks, where it would have cost them several hundred to have a shop take care of something like that. So take that in consideration. Now, one thing that people fail to do is watch the videos kind of on a daily or weekly basis. I got daily viewers. Those viewers are the ones that really benefit from my travel. I get people that view once in a while, maybe a couple videos a month, or only the videos they need. Then they hear about me going somewhere, and then they ask me to come to their area. I was just in their area a month ago. So, probably not going to double back to Lincoln, Nebraska, after I spent 5 days there and didn't have a meet and greet with anybody. So, hey, if you want to catch me as I travel, subscribe to the channel, and any video that says that I'm on the road, I'm traveling or something, check that video out. See if I'll be in your area. That way, if I can help you, great. If you want to have a meet and greet, great. But, you know, I can't go to, you know, Salt Lake City, Utah every other week. It's about a 12-hour drive from Albuquerque. And I don't mind going there. However, we're back to the travel expense deal. So, just keep that in mind. People that watch the videos often, they catch me travel. I get people say, hey, Robert, let me know next time you're going through Memphis, Tennessee. Robert, let me know next time you're going through Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Robert, let me know next time you're going through Nashville, through Louisville, through, you know. If I kept track of everybody that told me to remind them when I was going through somewhere, I wouldn't even know what day it is, you know. Too many of those, I would unfortunately call them lighthearted requests to keep track of. Because, hey, I went to Chicago, I had 5 people that told me, let me know next time you're in Chicago. I saved them in my phone on purpose under Chicago, Illinois. I did a Chicago, Illinois search in my phone. I sent a message to every one of those people that told me that. 1 out of 5 showed up. 4 out of 5 didn't. So, in my brain, in my subconscious mind, 80% of the people don't really mean that they want me to connect with them. They just say it because it sounds nice at the time. So, anyway, that's how that works. I appreciate you taking note of that. Okay, I'm going to do a series of videos called What Would Robert Do? And it'll feature a couple of things that people need to be aware of things that's going on with their vehicles just because of age. So I'm going to make recommendations and stuff like that, let you know how I deal with stuff so you can handle things however you want. Now, I drive these P80 Volvo 850s, cars from 93 to 2000. Some of those other ones I'm not so great on. I had a guy ask me to do a service on his vehicle in the Chicago area that I don't do often. I've actually never done it on that car, so I would not do it because I didn't want something to happen to the vehicle after that service and I not be around to help him. So occasionally there's something that someone may ask me to do that I don't feel comfortable in doing because I can't warranty the work. So that's a situation sometimes. I also am going to be posting that series. Somebody's working on an intro for me, and I think it'll be real helpful. But I usually give that information in the beginning of the video of that type of service. Example, if I'm going to change a thermostat, I tell people what kind of thermostat I recommend. I got a video telling what kind of thermostat I recommend you stay away from. And then I tell people not bang on that thermostat housing. You're going to break it. I'm going to check my video. I was working on redoing that video to show people all of the pitfalls of doing the thermostat on these cars. But banging on them, trying to get those top torque bolts out of them, is something you should never do. I get messages all the time. Hey Robert, how do I get that thermostat housing off? That's a tough one. So be aware of those videos that I'm going to post. Hopefully they'll help you. I get messages from people asking me if I would like to buy their car. They have a car that they've kept and worked on over the years. A lot of times it's an 850 or something. They love the car. They're ready to move on. They ask me if I want to buy it. Unfortunately, I really don't have places to keep cars. Right now, I got 4 in my possession. This red one, Red Baron, that somebody has already purchased and got parts for, that I'm rebuilding for them to deliver to them. I got that little 850 T5. I'm sorry, that 850 5-speed manual that is going to someone in the Washington, D.C. area. I have the 2 that I drive somewhat daily, Queen Bee and the Panther. So I'm really not in the market to buy cars. Unfortunately, some of these people offer me these cars at an unreasonable price, in my opinion. They want me to pay $3,000–$4,000 for a car that I would normally not pay that much for. It's easier for me, because of my abilities to rebuild a car, to buy a car for $300–$400 and then rebuild it and get it in somebody's hands that would like it. Now, I've been getting some people say they're having problems finding nice T5 vehicles. I could probably help you with that, and maybe even help you with delivery. However, you'd have to help with the cost of acquiring that car, making sure that car is serviceable for you, and having me deliver it. I now have a car dolly, so I can drag cars around with the Panther. That's the only car I feel comfortable with towing with. Panther has a larger turbo, it's got more power. The tow hitch on it is attached under the car on the frame. It's, I think, capable of dragging these cars around. I did it once already, nice and comfortable, so I can do that. Just, have to help me with the cost to get it around. So that's an option. If you got a car that's close to me, I'd be glad to get it off, take it off your hands. Hopefully I'm in a position to do that, service it, and get it in somebody's hands. If it was up to me, I'd probably build a car every other month, or rebuild it, service it, and get it in somebody's hands, either, selling it at a small profit or donating the car to somebody that is in need. So I'm not opposed to that kind of thing, and you guys know I've given cars away in the past. But again, as for me wanting or needing another car, I don't think I'm in that position. I have a couple people that care about me, love me dearly. They have told me if they win the lottery or something like that happens in their life, they'll buy me a new Volvo. Every time I think about that, I think about how I would go about finding someone to give that vehicle to. So It'll probably be a single mom, somebody working, doing her best to take care of her family that needs a vehicle. They'd probably get a brand new Volvo if they could afford the insurance on it. Other than that, it's still difficult for me to keep track of emails and messages outside of my phone while I'm traveling. So if you need to get in touch with me while I'm traveling, text or call is the best way. You know, don't be afraid to go to my website, Robert DIY. Give me a text or a call. I'll gladly communicate with you. Also, I want you to know that my Patreon account is trucking along. I think I have about 45 or somewhere in the mid 40s Patreon members. My goal was to get 100 Patreon members by September. So I need about 55 more of those to meet my goal. I appreciate those people that support me financially. They don't get anything very special, but they are helping me out with just, you know, getting stuff for my channel, for my car, and helping me help others. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope I didn't bore you to death. And remember, if I talk too slow, just speed the video up. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.